Hello. I should be unmuted for realsies this time. We had a fun, spicy little technical issue, and you couldn't hear us for the whole first half. But we did have the captions going, so you should be able to watch through and read along, which is why we have them. So it's great. So if you're going back later watching this, you can read the captions. But for now, verbally, I'm just going to give a quick little recap of what we did. If you are following along, watching live, etc. So we started out at Camp Sally, and our heroes were just about to go questing back into the maze. And they had a brief conversation with Katie, the younger sister of the fallen quester from last year's quest. And she told them that there was a third person with Theo and Piri named Madeline, who was another previous camper with static electricity powers, which is odd. And then they went along their quest and started walking along the hallways. They're using Ariadne string to guide them. And they eventually, they came upon Damn Snacks, and had a nice little snack break. That was one of their magic items. And then further along, they found themselves in one of the tunnels of a Miraki den, and decided to set it on fire. So the tunnels no longer have Miraki poison on them. They're just tunnel walls. And our team has just come upon the big house embedded into the maze, and they have stepped inside, and we are just about to examine what exactly is going on in this staging area. So two questions, Joel, from your role
Yes,
for Pierce the Veil. I don't remember if you said them or not, but just tell me which questions again, and
I
we'll.
did. It was, what is the greatest danger with this person, place, or thing? And how can I get this person, place, or thing to blank, which I said was to help us on our quest.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. So you look in, you're in this front, like sitting area-ish of the big house, and all the furniture appears to be as it should, how you remember it from camp. You can see well enough with the fire horse nearby acting as a sort of living lantern. And you look further in beyond a door that would normally go into what should be a kitchen. You see some aisles, like retail store aisles, lined with a bunch of random stuff. And as you go closer, it is they're all labeled with the Camp Half-Blood logo and name and all of that. And you understand that this must be what Chiron was talking about when he said that the camp store and the big house got mushed together. They're kind of combined over top of one another. So you can see into the camp store while you're also in the big house. So one of the ways that it can help you on your quest is you can get the questing backpack or other things from that area that you think might be in the camp store. And you look around the rest of the house, you examine. You don't see anybody there, but you do remember that you saw sparks down this hallway before you heard someone presumably enter in this door, seeing as nobody came out of it toward you. And Solar, you remembered seeing those sparks at camp just before Capture the Flag, during Capture the Flag.
Before
So
I blacked out for what felt like a couple of hours.
Yeah. And you were like, you can't find anything amiss aside from the fact that like the camp store has like crashed into the big house. And there's no other people, but you remember that that person is here. They must be here. And you can tell that that is probably the greatest danger.
Okay, cool. I'll just pass the information on to the others in a begrudging, angsty manner. and then go about getting bags and just loading up. I'll probably try to makeshift saddle for Yama just so he can carry a couple bags of like
Okay.
food, a shovel, toilet paper. You never know what you're gonna need in the out in the world. So
there are a few official Camp Half-Blood questing backpacks. There's 2 of them left on the aisles. And inside these backpacks, there are a handful of golden drachmas, 4 ambrosia squares, deodorant, and a change of clothes. So that's what you get out of the backpacks. And you can find some bags and belts and things easily enough to fashion a kind of like carrier for the horse to carry some things with
yeah, it should be easy. With a couple
rations, etc. Is there anything else specifically that you were looking for in the Camp Half-Blood store? Any of you?
I'm gonna go. So this is still connected to the main house, the big house, right? I'm
Yes.
gonna look for a pack of sausages in the cabin store real quick before going into the big house.
Okay. You find one on the shelf.
And
And the expiration date is marked as 2 days after what Capture the Flag would have been, but time is weird and the labyrinth, so they're probably fine.
Also, Seymour won't tell the difference. And I want to go feed Seymour, who's stuck in the big house.
All right. You can go back into that room. That's like Mr. D's like study area, right? It's like because it's Seymour's the Jaguar, right? Yeah. So you're back in there wandering around. It's still pretty dark, especially since the horse is in the other room. But you can see the Jaguar well enough, which appears to be still and quiet at the moment. It's not moving to look at you like it normally would when Mr. D is at camp.
You awake, buddy? And I'm gonna like hold up a sausage close to the nose.
And very slowly and very like in small movements, you start to see it sniff just a little bit. And it kind of like reaches down and like pokes at what you're holding up to him. And we'll take the small bit, but not nearly as animated as you remember that he should be.
Just gonna pet his head a little bit.
Okay. You give him a few little head scratchies, right? Everyone loves that. And as you were feeding this Jaguar these sausages, out of the corner of your eye, you catch a little glint of light off of a shiny doorknob in a place that you don't remember there being a door. Typically, there is a tapestry on that wall, but there is a door there now.
I'm just gonna put the open package close enough that if Seymour wants more, you could just
Set it like on the mantle.
Yeah, and I want to go to the door.
Okay, by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. This one is not locked. So you turn the handle, and when you open it,
I don't want to open it. I wanted to put my ear up to it first.
You're just putting your ear up to it?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to pierce the veil.
Okay. That is a 7.
Okay. You can ask 2 questions from that list.
I also rolled doubles, so I get a thread.
Nice.
When was this door made?
Okay. This door is made of newer wood than the rest of the room that you are in, so you know that it is not an original part of the house. And it looks to be fairly new. It doesn't really have any wear and tear on it. The handle's pretty shiny, so you can tell that this is a recent addition.
And where did this thing come from?
This door came from what you can assume to be the renovations that were happening on the big house before you all left, because this is the only new thing that you see from the inside. So whatever they were renovating is what this door leads to.
And I don't hear anything on the other side of the door.
Nope, it's quiet.
That's weird.
While that's happening, Sol and Yama are gonna get super comfy in the living room. We're gonna share a bag of chips. Not the magic item, just like a normal bag of
Oh,
chips.
not the jam snacks. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm saving those for emergencies only. So
You found a bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos in the camp store.
it's perfect. Those are Yama's
course.
favorites.
Could I possibly use #blessed to find a shield?
A shield. Yeah. Let me look at what that move says. It says, is that one of the moves that you have?
Yes, it's one of the Muse moves.
Oh, it's the muse. Okay, I was looking at the trickster. Things just work out. Yeah, so you look around the camp store, and there's
Mhm.
a handful of like not super high quality, but just like standard issue camp like practice shields and swords. And so there's a rack of small shields, not the sturdiest, but it is a shield. So you find that in the camp store.
Cool. I think that's pretty good for them.
Allie, do you have anything that you would like to do or look for in the big house?
I think this is more narrative than like
Go right ahead.
actually like useful. But I think Allie, like I feel like the big house has like these scrapbooks somewhere that Chiron has put together over the years of campers and pictures and stuff.
It was definitely like a side project from the Apollo cabin
Yeah.
over the years.
Perfect. And so I think she finds the scrapbooks and looks for the first year that her younger brother started attending camp.
Okay.
And looks and then finds like a picture of him in like the arts and crafts cabin or something, and just takes that and pockets it.
Okay. How long ago was Kai's first year at camp?
Kai is 14, so I imagine he was probably around 10 or 11 since he's a child of the big three. Maybe even a little younger.
So just like 3 or 4 years ago?
Yeah, so probably I would say 5.
Okay, 5 years ago. All right. So you find a bookshelf in kind of off to the side in that initial sitting room, and there's a bunch of scrapbooks along the wall, very clearly handmade. There's bits of paper and glue just all over, and the writing on the bindings is handwritten. It's not like a printed text, and it just has the years on the side, like summer 2009, 2010, etc., all the way. And you find, you run your hands along it, and you find the one from Kai's first summer at camp. You pull it off, flip through a couple of the pages, and you flip to a page that has some pictures from the arts and crafts shack. And there's a couple other pictures on the page. There's one picture of Katie and Jaden holding up macaroni necklaces. That's very cute, and they're both very happy. And the picture that you take of Kai in the art shack is one where Kai and Noah are standing together with like arms around each other, both holding swords like they've just come from the combat practice. And Kai has just like a fistful of macaroni noodles.
Okay. Yeah. So I think Allie looks at that photo for a little bit, and there's like other photos of Kai that she finds, but she decides to take this one, and she kind of folds it up and tucks it into her pocket, and otherwise feels pretty ready for whatever. So she
All
just
right.
kind of wanders around the big house while everyone is looking for stuff.
You want a snack, Allie?
I could I could probably go for a snack.
There you go. Spicy.
Lemon hot Cheetos.
Ooh. Hell yeah. The only kind of Cheetos I will eat.
Nice.
She
You'll
takes
notice that
some.
every time I eat one of them, I give one to my horse, to Yama. And while I'm quiet, Yama is like the loudest eater ever. It's just,
Crunch City. Yes.
but nothing falls out of his mouth. He's a good eater, just loud.
Just loud. All right. Is there anything else that anybody wants to do in the house? Viren, how are you feeling about this door?
I think Viren opens the door and looks inside.
You're just gonna open the door. You're not gonna call anybody. You're gonna do it by yourself.
Nope.
Okay.
Viren's a little bit annoyed at everyone right now.
Yeah. You are. You very much are. They put some monsters on the endangered monsters list. That's pretty shitty. So you, are you trying to like open it quietly? You just like flinging it open? How you
No, I
doing
mean, I
this?
want to open it quietly while looking inside.
Oh, just like kind of like a crack, just a little
Yeah.
bit. Okay. So you turn the handle and you're like really slow about it, and you like cringe a little bit when you hear just the tiniest squeak of the gears, but it's not too loud. It's just loud because you're right there. You open it just a crack and you look around, and it's dark. But the light from the very minimal light from the room that you are in, you can see down. There's just like plain cement stairs going down into darkness. There's a little handrail along the staircase, and you can't really. It's pretty dark, so you can't really see what's actually down there. But every once in a while, every couple seconds, you see just like a tiny little flashes of electricity coming from off to the side, like where you
That's
can't
right.
see the staircase. And when you see that light up, you can see that there's just a blank like cement wall, like opposite the stairs, and that's pretty much all you can see from the basement.
Can I try a bend fate on this?
Yeah, let me look at what Ben Fate does and what you're trying to do. Okay, so you're trying to wield the supernatural forces of fate.
More
So tell me-
specifically, I wanted to let one of my gifts do something beyond its normal limits.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Assuming I succeed, I wanted to be able to like crank up my monster vision and senses up like to the max.
Ooh, okay. Go ahead and roll for that. 2d6 plus word.
That is this flat 7 because I get no bonus to weird.
Okay, flat 7. So you get to choose one boon and one bane from those lists. And since we haven't used this one, while you're thinking about it, I'm going to read these out so the audience knows what the options are. The boon list is your gift does something beyond its normal limits, heal one harm or inflict one harm, give someone else fate's favor or disfavor. Someone's supernatural ability is unusable for the scene, or you can restore someone else's supernatural ability. The banes are one of your gifts is unusable for the scene. You take one harm, ignoring armor. You become stunned for a few moments. You take fate's disfavor in your next roll, or something bad finds you.
I'll
So you're just going to
become-
pick one from each list.
I'll be stunned for a few moments, and I will allow my gift to do something beyond its normal limits.
Okay. So you just want to be able to like see and hear better. Down into
I
the
want to.
basement,
I
right?
want to pick up anything down there.
Yeah. So you can start to see. You close your eyes and concentrate, and when you open them again, it's a little bit closer to night vision. Like the colors are a little bit distorted because you're using this supernatural ability to see. But you can see much more clearly the path down the stairs. There's like 12 or 13 steps down. It's not a very tall staircase. And it goes into, it appears to be in the center of the room. The cement floor stretches out on either side and kind of goes around back, like to where you can't see on sides of the stairs. And there is that plain cement wall, but closer to the ground on that cement wall, there's like benches and like some short shelving. And there are wooden crates, closed wooden crates lining all of these shelves. And they all have the little Pegasus Camp Half-Blood symbol on them. And you're just kind of like stuck in this position, like glued to the door for a few seconds because you're like lost in the concentration of it.
I think like after a minute, Viren's gonna try and signal the rest of the campers.
Okay. How are you doing that?
I'll just call out to them. Why not? What's the worst that could happen?
With the door open?
Yep.
Okay. All right. What do you call out to them?
Hey, I think I found where we need to go next.
And if you look back down, complete darkness, the sparks have stopped.
Do any of them respond?
I think Rascal comes along, of course. Has this door always been here, or am I just hallucinating?
No, it's new.
Oh, great, new doors.
Do you need some light down there, or
Solar, when you say that, need some light down there, there is kind of a flash, and there's a bunch of light now coming from this downstairs area in the basement. It's a very bright white light, almost bluish and yellowish at the same time, and you can see that it's emanating from one side of the basement, and it starts to move. The light moves a little bit closer toward the staircase.
is this like? Does this look like a threatening type of light, or is this? Do I feel threatened by this sudden appearance of light?
Well, I mean, you probably should.
Okay, well then I'm going to reach out and I'm going to use my illuminate or extinguish cantrip to turn that light off.
You reach out and try to turn this light off, and it does not turn off. And you hear a few footsteps along a cement floor, and a girl passes in front of the staircase and stops there at the bottom looking up at you, and you can see that there is static electricity lacing up all around her arms and back and shoulders, and that's what this bright white light is coming from. She has long dark hair that's been pulled back, and she's wearing a very faded, ratty Camp Half-Blood t-shirt. It's like stained with mud and clay, and it's ripped in several places. And she looks up at you and says, I have a light down here.
That's convenient. We just heard about this person today. Look at that. I don't remember. I mean, Solar remembers the name of this character, but what's the name of this character?
Madeline.
Got it. Can you type that out for me? So I
Yes.
slash, because you said it and then it just went straight through my brain.
Yeah, her name is Madeline.
Gotcha. Oh. Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
An odd question. You think there would be more pertinent ones at this moment? Tell me, are you here to collect the same thing that I am?
Depends. What are you here to collect?
You don't even know what you're looking for.
Well, right now we're kind of looking for a way out, really. That's
She just laughs and she turns and she goes back to the side of the basement that she was in, and she's now ignoring you.
hold on, I just forgot her name. Madeline. Okay. Madeline, can I ask you another question? Are we done with the question part?
More questions?
I'm a very curious person, yes.
Okay. Let's trade questions. Question
Sounds-
for a question.
Okay. So you and I both know that I don't know what you're looking for. So what are you looking for?
Something that I've been sent to find that's going to help us accomplish what we're trying to do. Now, my question for you. You're Solar, right?
So I've been told, yes.
Theo told me about you. Always wanting to be the hero. Is that what you're doing here?
Yeah, Theo really didn't know anything about me, huh? Not really. I'm kind of here, kind of like, because I have to.
Really? You don't want to be Apollo's special golden child? You don't want to
No,
be,
that's what.
you don't want
if
to be the one that he looks at and says, "This is mine."
I think it's
this
my
is
turn
my
to ask a
kid.
question. That was like multiple questions in one row, so I think it's my turn to ask more questions back.
All right. Fine.
Where's Theo? Just under curiosity, where
Where's the what?
Theo? Where is Theo?
Oh,
That's what
Theo.
he's asking. Yeah.
Theo is waiting for us at the end of our journey.
Mm-hmm. So you asked me two questions, right? And the first one was if I wanted to be Apollo's golden child, I believe. Was that the question?
Sure.
Okay. That's a complicated answer. Yes and no is the answer to that.
Well, I'm afraid I don't really have the time for the long answer. So unless you're here to stop me, I think I'll keep looking.
We'll see, but I don't think this situation is that finite. I don't think it's such a thing as stop me or stop you, you know?
Isn't it?
Most- I don't like to think of things in such binary terms. That's why I'm non-binary.
A good joke. I'll give you that one.
I meant every single part of it.
But really, I have a task to accomplish here. Can I get back to my work?
as soon as you let me know what exactly you're looking for. Maybe we can even help you find it. You don't know.
I
Can
am
I
growing
can
very
I
impatient with your
can I roll to
questions.
sway someone or
Yeah, you can roll to sway someone. What?
Right.
How are you trying to
I'm
sway?
I'm banking on Solar being not being considered a threatening entity,
Okay.
and the fact that everybody else is quiet as opposed to being like
Mhm.
aggressive or fronting an assault. I'm just banking on that information and the questioning. I don't know. Oh man. Oh, that's plus awe. How much
Mhm.
awe do I have? Oh, no, that was a 6. So I fail. That's what I'm saying.
So Madeline says, growing impatient with your questions, and
Hmm.
she sets a hand on the wooden railing. And when she sets her hand on the wooden railing, a spark of electricity travels up and burns through it the way, like when you electrocute a piece of wood, it grows like branches and leaves a trail all the way up, cracking and splintering the handrail until it reaches up to the top near you. And it stops at the end of the railing where the wood ends, but it crackles all the way up and is very clearly a threat.
And we're all together, right? Like we're just letting this happen. Okay, cool.
If you've all
Just
walked
had to
into
make sure.
this, if you've all walked into the back room but haven't got down the stairs, yeah.
Okay, I get it. This is supposed to be scary. You're not. I'm just gonna let you know. I guess we could be civil or we can scrap. I don't care about either option. I'm pretty open to most things. So, Maddie, I'm gonna let you pick. Either you talk with us and we make this a very civilized discussion, or we smash your face in.
I'm also going to have you roll to sway someone.
All right. Let's see. Make sure I don't have a move or something with that.
I was going to say the trickster has like some kind of like your
Yeah, I have fake
awe
news.
status
Okay.
better, right? Oh, okay, so what does fake news do? I want to look at that.
Hashtag blessed and fake news are some of your moves.
I'm telling half truths or outright lies. Okay, so are you lying when you say this?
Oh yeah, we're gonna fight. Like there's no conversation here.
Oh, yeah. So
I
you're
also have silver tongue.
Okay. Silver.
So that makes that gifted.
Oh yeah, the gift. Okay. So we'll say that works. You're trying to sway. You're given the option of conversation or fighting. And Madeline removes her hand from the banister, crosses her arms, and she says, "I used to be carefree like you, fucking around, letting everyone else find out till the gods got involved. You know, I used to be quite the riot back at camp."
That's a 13. No, it's a 12. And I rolled doubles. So hooray.
Is that for sway someone?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So yeah, she's not making a move to attack right now. She's talking. She's accepting your farce of an attempt at conversation.
Okay. While Maddie is like monologuing, what have you, Rascal's trying to make some kind of hand signal at Allie, like not obvious, but like down the side for someone to like take advantage of this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't what exactly happened, Madeline? We've heard half truths and vague statements, but we don't know what happened.
The gods asked us to take care of their dirty work, like they always do. They promised us glory and great rewards. We were going to be the greatest heroes the world has ever known. Do you know what really happens when you save their godly asses? They don't give you any of that. They rip the carpet out from under you. They don't follow through on their promises. And neither are we.
Yeah, just because our parents make mistakes doesn't mean we have to. So
I wouldn't call it a mistake. I'd call it more of a punishment, retribution, if you will.
You can't get ahead if you're trying to get even, though. You can't be better than them while you're just using their own playbook.
We're not trying to be better. Why would we try to be better? There's no use in being better when it's all going to end.
I'm assuming she's still like rummaging around, right?
She's standing at the bottom of the stairs with her arms crossed looking at you guys.
Can I take like a I don't know, pierce the veil or something to see if I can like ping what she's looking for?
So go ahead, just make me a flat 2d6 roll. And I'll see if I can help you piece it together.
That's a 4. I'm too nervous. It's
Yeah, you're
I can't
a little
focus.
lost.
This
You're
is
a
the
little
first time I've had to face in potential trial and like to the death combat one of the campers, and I'm not having a good time with it. It's fine.
Now, can I get back to my searching? Or am I going to have to get rid of you all first?
Allie's gonna not respond. And I think we're in the basement, right?
You guys are still standing at the top of the stairs.
Okay.
Mhm.
She's at the bottom.
She's in the basement.
Yeah, she's just standing at the base of the stairs.
Is it a finished basement or an unfinished basement?
It's unfinished. It's just cement floors and walls
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh no.
with shelves lined with boxes that
Huh?
have been in a secret room. The shelves lined with wooden crates that
Okay.
have been trapped away in a
So-
secret room.
Most unfinished basements I've been in have lots of like metal piping and stuff for the plumbing in there.
Yeah.
So I think Allie is gonna look towards the one closest to her,
Mm-hmm.
just make it explode and kind of aim for the piping to hit her in the head.
Oh, you want the piping to hit her in the head?
Yeah, and the water to like hit her
Okay.
too. but-
I'm gonna have you roll to smite your enemies because you're using
okay.
your powers to make an attack.
Let me actually look at my sheet. This is my first roll of the session, so I've just like not had my sheet up. Okay. Or my dice out for that matter. Okay, let's see. I got that. This is going great. I should have prepared this.
I just realized while we wait for that, I just realized I have lock and unlock as one of my cantrips. So there was no reason for me to be stopped by the locked door.
I
Listen, we learn.
got an 11.
You got an 11?
Yes.
Okay. So you can choose 3 from the list below.
Okay.
Or disarm your enemy, but she's not holding a weapon. So
Yeah. So I'm going to do Um, exchange harm, crush them, and make an opening for Viren.
Okay. So exchange harm, crush them, and make an opening. Okay. So you are very subtle with this, and she doesn't see it coming. Just with a look, you look over at a pipe that is kind of along the corner, like where the wall meets the ceiling behind her, and a section of piping propelled, excuse me, by the water inside of it, peels off and flies at Madeline and catches her in the back of the head. And since that is just related to plus the crush them, I have my own little thingy for not hit points but health. And she stumbles to the side a couple feet. That really caught her off guard in the back of the head. That's a rough one. And water comes spilling out of the pipes onto the floor and the wall and everything else, and it's soaking some of the boxes. And you see as she's recovering from this, she starts to laugh. And as she's laughing and holding onto the back of her head, where there's likely a bump forming, she just lets the electricity crackle around her hands again. And she just kneels down and touches the water. And you see it jump, the electricity jump, and flow through all of the water that it's touching on the ground, up the wall, and along the pipes.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that would incapacitate you, but I guess not.
Wait, did Ali take damage that?
Yeah,
When...
I did do exchange harm.
I'm gonna say you did not take damage because she didn't. I mean, there isn't really a way for her to have attacked you. She was being hit in the head, and you're also not nearby. But there is very imminent danger. Seeing as there is now electricity running through all of the water and pipes in the house.
Yeah, that might be an issue.
So somebody else can take a turn. And are you all still crowded at the top of the stairs? Okay. Just checking.
I guess so.
You know what I'm gonna do?
You know what?
I'm gonna step out of the way to let the others who are actually fighters get up in there. Listen, I know where my place is, and as an archer is in the back of the group, not in the front. The conversation side of the situation is over. It's up to you guys. Go.
Yeah. I actually, following that, I took the move Rush In from the Elemental Playbook.
Okay.
So
let me find that. Rush in. Charge your enemy, crossing the battlefield, blink of an eye. Okay. So you're gonna go ahead and use that move?
Yeah, we're gonna kick it off.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 2d6 plus metal.
Badass.
So is your aim to go down the stairs here?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm gonna give myself Fortune's favor by spending one of my threads. Make sure I
Okay.
roll this right.
Did you have extra after your advancement?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Cool.
because I rolled doubles
Very cool.
a second ago. So that's
The
gonna-
rolling for most of you, rolling doubles is a once per session. Get a thread. I don't know if I think you've only done it once this session, but just to keep in
No,
mind.
it said to me that it was whenever.
Oh yeah, that one's always.
Yeah, roll doubles and BF
Instead
is
of
always.
failing
Oh, I thought I
Oh,
was
yeah, yeah,
wrong.
BF.
Okay, never mind. Strike that. I was wrong.
Fuck,
Sorry.
got so squared.
Let's see. I'm going back to the elemental. I rolled an 11. Your enemy is stunned, letting the next person to smite them roll with fate's favor.
Okay, so tell us what you're doing as you're coming down the stairs.
They're doing an anime style. Their little pocket comb is the sword, and it looks like they're like roaring, screaming, and like ready to strike down. But instead, they bop her in like the middle of the forehead with the pommel.
Ooh. Okay. And this is just a regular weapon, right?
It's an epic weapon.
Okay.
Which I'm working this PDF, going back and forth. Let's
You're good.
see.
You're good.
Epic weapons
deal
deal 4 harm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just got that done. Okay, so you've made it down the stairs, and you get a good bop right in the center of the forehead, and she stumbles back again. She's really not happy with this head trauma she's getting, and she's really dazed from this. It's going to take her a second to make sure she's seeing straight, but the electricity has not stopped from her hands, so you need to roll to act under pressure to hope that you did not land in a puddle. So that's 2d6 plus metal.
I rolled another set of doubles. That's a 10.
All right. Okay, so you did not land in a wet spot. So you have not been electrocuted as you've gone down the stairs. And somebody else can take a turn because she is still a little dazed and stunned.
Go ahead and smite this time.
Okay.
You get +1 forward because I gave it to you.
Awesome. And I also have
And
Fate's
Fortune's
favor, right?
favor.
Yeah, you have Fate's
Mhm.
favor. Let me look at how that works.
I just read it up. It's 3d6. Choose any 2 dice.
Okay, gotcha. That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure. Cool, cool, cool.
Ooh.
My enemies, I have not had a chance to shape change yet, so this is just normal. Yeah, that's okay. 5, 6 plus 2 is 13. Oh, I
Was
also get a
plus-
+1 from
Was +2 your prowess?
+2 is my prowess.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's actually 13. Right? No. Or 14.
What did you roll on the dice?
I rolled a 5 and a 6. I get 2 from my prowess and
5
1 from
and
the
a
+1
6.
forward.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So you get to select all of the options from the list.
I don't have godlike status because I haven't taken that yet.
Oh, gotcha. I thought that was just
Yeah, you got to
13
take
plus
the
roll.
advancement for it.
never mind.
I think
Okay,
it's like 5
so
advances.
you get to choose 3 from the list.
I'm gonna exchange harm and protect myself.
Okay.
And Madeline doesn't have like any kind of weapons. It's just the static.
Yeah, she doesn't have anything in her hands currently.
Actually, instead of choosing any options, could I reflavor disarm my enemy as like binding their hands behind their back?
That is going to be a different role. That's going to be that's a bend fate roll to
I see
Um,
now.
make somebody else's ability unusable. So you
All right,
can
then.
continue with your smite roll, or you could
I'll
try
just
to bend fate
exchange.
instead.
I guess I already chose smiting, so I will
Okay.
exchange harm, protect myself, and yeah, I'll crush them as well. It's just full
Okay.
on sweep.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. And your weapon, I believe, is a regular weapon because it's not magic.
Yeah,
it's
the
just
spear that
sturdy. Okay.
not even one
So-
of the 8 electric ones that coach had.
So that'll be. Oh my god, I have so many. I have like, I don't even know how many tabs I have open right now. So that's that damage. And so you've also come down the basement stairs, right?
Yeah, Viren
Make this
just
attack.
like fully leapt all the way from the top stair and just came
Yeah.
in with the spear.
Yeah, okay. So you are, as you're coming down the stairs, you're trying to be careful to avoid the puddles, but with this big ass spear, knocking around a little bit, you manage to make the hit and get a really good side swipe in. And she, like, you kind of keep her off her balance, and she takes that harm, but you do misstep just a little bit, and you step in one of these puddles that's still sparking, and you are shocked by the electricity, and you're going to take 2 damage from that. That's after the minus 1.
Ah, okay, I take 2 damage.
While everybody's getting all their action up, and after getting out of the way, I was gonna begin weaving my magic, and I wanted to bend fate.
Okay.
To try and shut down her lightning powers.
All right. Tell us how you're trying to do this. What kind of power do you have that lets you shut down someone else's?
Well, I imagine that lightning is hot, and hot and fire / sunlight is
Mhm.
also hot. So maybe I can siphon her powers' energy out from her
Mm,
to keep
Okay.
her from being able to ignite, essentially.
gotcha. Okay, so you're trying to like take the heat essentially out of it.
That sounds so much cooler than what I said. Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll to bend fate. That's 2d6
Yeet.
plus word.
So that's 9 on the dice, but my weird is 3 currently. So
Okay. All right.
12.
So you get to choose 2 boons and 1 bane.
Nice. I will make her supernatural ability unusable for this scene.
Mhm.
I'm going to take 1 harm because I'm going to rush in, and I'm going to use some of that same energy to provide a little bit of sunlight for Viren and give him heal 1 harm as the second boon, because I get 2 boons and 1 bane.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha. Yeah,
So
2
I'll
boons
heal
and 1
him for
bane.
1 supernatural stop, and then
Mhm.
I'll take 1 damage from stepping into the.
Yeah, so you're stepping down there as you're working on like essentially like sucking this power out of her. And as that's happening, you are stepping into the water, but you're also really unfamiliar with this kind of energy. You're used to a very different vibe of the fire, feels very different from pure electricity. So it's like kind of jars you as it's coming in through your fingertips up your arms, and you're going to take 1 harm from that.
I'm gonna, as I'm running in, I'm just gonna say that's enough, and then kind of get in between the both sides, stop her and heal Fire. And just kind of,
Okay.
there's no reason for us to be killing each other.
And as she feels the power kind of drain from her arms, with the head trauma and all that, she sinks to her knees, and she just like sits there for a second, just taking a breather, and doesn't really like verbally respond to you.
Fire, can you bind her or something?
Fine. And I'm just gonna pull up some roots and snap them off, and just make it like a thing to like a. It's a bit harder than rope because it's a full like thick on branch that I'm manipulating to bend. So it's
Okay.
semi-solid, like handcuffs, basically.
All right, so she's stuck there.
I'm gonna sit at the bottom of the stairs.
I suppose you're going to tell us what you were looking for.
Why are you trying to defend them?
Man, you can be so thick sometimes. You do realize that you're screwing yourself up, nothing else, right?
There's nothing left for us here.
That's not true.
Gods took everything from us, just like they always do.
They're gonna take everything from everybody anyway. At least you get to keep your life. Make something worthy of it. Not this.
That's such a wasted word. It doesn't mean anything.
What, life?
Worthiness. The gods say, you'll be worthy when you finish this quest. You'll be worthy of this praise. And then they don't care.
I don't disagree with you at all.
Look, I could understand if the quests that you were given were like, hey, go get a stupid golden apple or something like that. But I mean, there's no one else to save the world. Who cares about praise if you're actually helping people?
Does it really deserve to be saved anymore?
Yeah,
Oh boy, here
it
we go.
does.
Immediately, yes. Immediately, yes.
Look, you can be
I mean, if you're
all
gonna be
you
a
want,
villain,
right? Like bad poetry.
That's cool.
Why decide for everyone else that it's not worth saving?
And she just kind of sits there, and she gets a very like impertinent look on her face. Like she's not gonna
Another
answer.
one. You know what the thing is that you can fight us all you want, and you may beat us. But they're gonna send another team of half bloods after you, demigods, whatever the fuck you want to call us. At the end of the day, if they consider you enough of a threat, they're going to smite you. That's what our parents are. The problem is, yeah, they're dickheads. They're the fucking worst. There's literally songs about how bad they are. But at the end of the day, how do you look? I've seen enough death to last me a lifetime. But if you pull through this whole crazy plan of destroying the world, you're going to have more blood on your hands than any deity ever. And they're going to figure out a way to keep going.
You have no idea what happens when you lose, do you?
Oh, I know. I know what you're planning.
Yeah. What are we planning?
Let me ask you something first. You stared into the darkest part of all of all cosmology. You stared into the abyss itself. And you still think that what you're doing is a good idea?
What happened after that is far darker than anything I witnessed during the quest.
But oblivion? Are you prepared for that for yourself too?
You wouldn't
And for-
understand. Do you even
for
know what
the
you're looking for
innocent?
down here?
No, but I don't care because as far as I'm concerned, we were looking for you. And the other two of your conspirators. We're going to do the same thing to them.
Funny. Speaking of my co-conspirators, I think my ride's here. We'll just let you bring the dagger to us. And after she says that, the ground beneath her opens up and she sinks into the earth, and it covers on top of
Can
her.
I react to that real quick?
You can
Or
try.
is this like a cutscene thing where that's just like
I mean, you can try to. It happens pretty quickly, but you can try to react.
okay, because I'm going to ascension move.
Okay. What is your ascension?
So
We should know.
I can create
yeah.
a spell of
Okay.
it doesn't specify any limits to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let her go. I'm not gonna make her stop, but I will infuse her with visions of what she's going to put people through, but she's visioning it like she's the victim and not the causation of the chaos she's going to wraith into the world.
Okay. So, given your gift of prophecy,
That's why I was
I'll let
leaning
you.
into. Yes.
I'll let you peruse the list of permanent consequences. Excuse me. Given your gift of prophecy, your proclivities.
I'll reduce my lowest attribute by 1. It's fine.
Okay. You see the ground opening up underneath her, and you see her start to fall. And you know that you can't stop her. You know that you can't control whatever is happening beneath the maze right now, but you cast out these visions of what will happen should she continue on this path. And you can almost see like wisps of red and bright golden magic following after her, and it disappears into the hole after her, and it's almost like a cartoonish, like it just opens up and then it closes back over top of her.
Just for specifics, I don't care about god level or even demigod level. I'm talking kids, families, mothers losing everything because of one petty teenager unable to understand that the gods, as everybody knows, are fucking fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she sees all of this, and some other day you will find out what this does to her. But for now,
Hell yeah.
you're in the basement.
Hopefully that's enough. I'm gonna start spellcasting to heal everybody.
Okay.
Since some of us are still damaged, so
And so go ahead and roll 2d6 plus word.
12.
Oh, you got a 12. Okay.
So 2 effects and 1 cost.
2 effects, 1 cost.
I can't double up, right?
You get 2 effects and 1 cost. So if you're going for the healing 1 and healing 2, you can heal everybody 1, and then you can pick
Okay.
1 person to give 2 more healing
Does
to.
that does anybody have more than 1 damage?
I have 2 damage.
You have 2? Okay.
I have, let me see.
Just to confirm.
Also, I have a divine constitution.
Oh, I got 2. But I'll
Got
be
2.
okay.
I will heal Viren for 2,
Okay.
and then everybody else heals for 1.
Okay. And then what is
And then-
the 1 cost? I mean, it could be takes
I'll
longer
just-
than usual. You're all just
That's
down.
what. Yeah, I'll just
Okay.
do that. I'll be here for a bit. I'll ritual cast healing word on everybody or whatever.
So you're down here in this basement, and there's water dripping from the pipes. You can hear the drip, drip as it trickles down the wall. It's kind of the flow of it has stopped. There's not much water left in the pipes. And you look around. Some of the boxes right underneath it are wet. The wood has gotten a little bit soaked, and the shelves stretch out all along the walls of the basement. And Viren, you feel a small pull towards that left side of the room. Could be,
I know what we're looking for.
it feels kind of similar to the pull from the string, but it's just a little bit, there's something else to it too. And you feel this pull toward that left side of the room. And there's a row of crates, wooden crates. And there's one that's sitting in the middle of the shelf. That's about the size of a bread basket, a loaf of bread. It's not very big. And it's just plain wooden crate with the Pegasus logo on it. But you look at it and there's something about it that stands out from the others, but you can't quite put your finger on it.
I will pray silently to Ariadne. Part of my prayer includes, hey, I really like your husband, and I think he's tolerating my presence most of the time. Please don't let me die down here. And I'm gonna crack the box open.
Okay, you're gonna crack the box open. Excuse me.
Oh, I see.
So you crack the box open. It's not that difficult. You find there's like a it's not like a full-on crowbar. It's like a small it's like a tiny version of a crowbar. I don't know what the word for that is, but you find it. You can pry open the
A
box.
crow baby.
A crow baby, like the back end of a hammer. Yeah, sure. And you can pry open the lid of this box, and inside it's a velvety kind of fabric cushion, and inset in it is a very simple, blunt-looking wooden dagger that has these kind of like green veins running through it. It doesn't glow. It's not very big. It doesn't look very sharp. It's rather unassuming, but it's there in the box.
These green veins. Does this feel like a natural magic or plant magic?
A little bit.
Is this similar to... Do I get the same feeling I did from when I had that vision on top of the tree?
Yes.
Interesting.
Do you want to touch it?
Of course I want to touch it.
Yes. So you reach out and you reach down, and the second your finger makes contact with the wood on this dagger, you, Viren, nobody else sees this, but you, Viren, everything goes white for a brief moment, and time freezes, And when you open your eyes again, you find yourself in a dense forest at night, and you look out onto the horizon as far as you can see through sparsely covered branches and trees. And the sky begins to lighten into a brilliant sunrise, pinks and oranges and yellows, and it gets brighter and brighter until you almost have to shield your eyes from it when the sun finally appears. And it rises higher, and you realize that it's not rising at all, and it's not a sun. It's a man, tall and broad and glowing as bright as the morning sun, walking toward you. And he approaches you and holds his hand up and says, "Fear not. I am Balder, god of light and joy, purity, and the summer sun. I'm here to give you a warning."
Okay.
This weapon, it's called Kledaiki. Though it was born of trickery, it is not an evil weapon. However, it is still dangerous, and it exacts a heavy toll. This weapon works by exchanging one mortal tie for another. When you use it, when you reap the life of an Achillean warrior, you're severing their tie to the mortal world. And to do that, you must be ready to sacrifice your own. Your soul will no longer be mortal. When you pass from this life, you will not enter the underworld. You will not return as a ghost or a specter or an undead warrior. You will not reincarnate. You will simply cease to exist.
Oblivion.
And then, oh, did you have anything else to say?
I say oblivion to Balder.
Yes, oblivion.
Is there another way?
Another way to what?
That's a big ask.
It's a big task you seek to accomplish.
Don't. Thank you for telling me.
That is my duty. And the world fades around you, and the sun sets back beyond the horizon, and you are once again standing in this damp cement basement under the big house in the labyrinth, holding on to a small, unsharpened wooden dagger in front of your friends. And that is where we're going to wrap tonight's session. So
If we go for like 3 more hours.
no, it is 11
Dang it.
o'clock at night where I am, and when you are too. So I'm
It's fine. I don't need a life. Only Percy Jackson's fine.
only Percy Jackson. You know what? That's a good motto.
One more.
But that has been episode 5 of The Beaten and the Damned. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to my cast for letting me just absolutely wreak havoc, and thank you for returning the favor right back to me. I'm having a lot of fun. So we're gonna go around and do our outros. We'll go around and tell us how you're feeling, how your character's feeling, tell us who you are, and where we can find you on the internet. And we're gonna go in backwards order from our intro. So we're gonna start with Ben.
Hi guys, I'm Vin at VinVoxVA on Twitter. Boy howdy do I feel beaten and damned. Boy howdy. You can catch me at a whole bunch of different places. Friday, Gehenna Gaming. I'm finally playing more board. Super excited for that. Sunday is also Gehenna. We are doing episodes of Strixhaven After the Fall with my pals, the Thonic Kids. And Who knows what else I have in store? That's why you gotta follow my Twitter.
Wonderful. All right. And then we're going to go with Joel.
Crap, I forgot I was second to last. Hello, I'm Joel. I go by Shadow Ace on the internet. I typically, you can find me, well, here on Wednesdays at Infinitum, because I like being here. It's a good place to be. On Mondays, you can find me around Talking Splee playing a halfling wizard called Johans. We're getting really close to a place where all of his backstory is going to come gushing out, and it's horrible because we typically keep those things inside, but it'll be outside soon enough, unless he dies before we get there, and then all of that is moot. But it's fun. It's Chris Estrad, so you should totally drop by. That's all I got.
Very cool. And next we have Morgan.
Yes.
Yes, because you didn't go first. Okay, Morgan.
All right. I'm Morgan, also known as Magimatrix on the internet. I mainly do cosplay. So if you're interested in that, check me out. Right now I'm have some Percy Jackson related stuff in the works. It's going to be pretty cool. So if you like Percy Jackson and you like cosplay, you should follow me. Currently for TTRPGs, I am exclusively on TTRPG. So that's fun and exciting too. But yeah.
If I can find the right unmute button. Very cool. And last but certainly not least, Milan.
Hello, I'm Milan, also known as Mallardman on the internet. Go ahead and follow me at Mallardman_ on Twitter. Please do. We just hit 100 followers yesterday. Oh my goodness. I'm very excited about that. And follow my Twitch as well, where I used to stream. I'll stream again soon. Quarter's almost done. Almost done with this quarter. Oh, geez. Yeah, that Twitch link is Mallardman with no underscore over there. I stream a lot of variety games. I think I'm going to come back and play some Pokemon soon. You can find me alternating Tuesdays as a member of the podcast Through Hollow Flames, run by the amazing It's Ridla. We travel through the world of Mineas and get into all sorts of hijinks. Not this Tuesday, or not this Friday, but the 20th is the return for season 2 of Star Trek Adventures. I'm so hyped to be playing my self-insert Star Trek character as we deal with the other side of this strange space-time anomaly. That's right, we're voyagering. Other than that, pretty soon you'll be able to find me alternating Mondays on the Neon Lights Roleplay channel, where I will be running a game of Vampires the Masquerade with a lot of really, really cool people. I'm very excited for that. All right. I think that's everything for me.
Wonderful. And, you know, what are TTRPGs for if not an unending cycle of self-insert characters? And speaking of self-insert characters, hi, I'm Kelsey. I am the communications director for this wonderful channel right here, TTRPG. You can check us out on Twitter as at TTRPG, like T like the drink, TRPG _. You can obviously also find us here on Twitch. We also have a TikTok account. We're posting funny clips and epic moments from our shows. So if you want to go check that out and give us a follow there, that would be super awesome. For me personally, I am on the internet in multiple places. You can find me on Twitter as at crochet_BBY. You can find me on TikTok as crotchety old woman with a series of underscores in there. I believe it is in whatever thing just came up in the Twitch chat. And I also have some Percy Jackson related cosplay plans in the works. I may or may not have all but one piece ready for a Selena Beauregard cosplay that I'm very excited about. And so I did Twitter, TikTok. Me in general, I do lots of things. I am professionally, I'm an arts administrator. So I do event planning and storytelling and music and all kinds of things. That's what I love to do, which is why I'm so happy to be here. But I also do lots of fiber arts, crocheting and knitting, and you can see me create those things here and there on the internet. And you can find me here again on this channel 2 weeks from now in this time slot on the 25th for the epic finale of The Beaten and the Damned in its first season, and any more is yet to be determined. Thank you for joining us, and have a good night.